it felt like one of those where possibly the result was more important than the performance, and you got that, didn't you?
Yeah, I think all the time, it is about results. You need to win games. That's what you need to do. Quite how you get there and how you end up in that situation does pale. The most important thing is that you can see plenty of green dots against your name with a W in it. And like I say, we needed that win today. We've had a difficult last month or so. With injuries and losing key players, and again losing key players today. We have had absolutely no fortune on that front, but as I maintained, getting Fraser back and getting Nathan back as a back four, they'd be okay, an improvement on where we've been. Then we lose Fraser, lose Montel in the kick-in, and look, it's a challenge, and make no secret of that, but fair play to the lads. They've stuck their shoulders back. They've got on with the job. Haven't felt sorry for themselves, and the crowd stay with us and behind us, and we're lucky to have that today. And we eventually get over the line.
Sure. A couple of home debuts as well today. Rhys Dyche, I think you probably knew what you were going to get from him, having seen him many times before. Sam Whittle, you picked him in a midfield position, which is where he started, but then obviously he had to drop in alongside Orrin with the injury to Fraser, and did very well there.
Done brilliant. Sam's a player that we tried to sign in the summer, and we were very, very close to signing him, and unfortunately at the time he chose to stay with Russell, but he's a local boy that we'd identified and wanted to bring on board. I watched him numerous times last season, and I see the progressions made. When I was manager at Brackley, he was in that team and that squad when I was there, and I ended up releasing Sam, and as I said to the guys in there, prior to the game, he's a great example of somebody that's gone away, a young man that went away and has probably played 300-400 games at this level and been really consistent. Got promotion last season, and kind of learned and understood. And we've got lots of young men in our group that need to understand that how important it is to play regularly and find that consistency. And he's to get back together with Sam now and work together again. Looking forward to it. Like I say, he's seasoned and understanding at this level. He's a strong guy in both penalty areas. And again, I think he'll be a great addition to a group.
Sure. Are there likely to be any more? I mean, I wouldn't expect you to give you names, but I know you're looking constantly, but is there anything imminent?
Possibly. Again, I've been in similar position where we're speaking with lads and felt we were close to getting them on board, and I've have to learn fast as a manager, and certainly fast at this club, because it perhaps won't afford me a great deal of time, but I realise, and I've said, that we need to make changes. We need to bring more robust, understanding, maybe battle-hardened players to the group. Okay, sometimes when you find them at this level, they're in the latter years of their career. But Rhys would be another example of that. He understands the game. He scored a terrific goal for us today. Led the line in difficult circumstances at times there, where we couldn't get people alongside him quite as we'd wished. Yeah, but Jordan behind him has worked his socks off, and as I say, understanding, and should Montel have been available, we'd have clearly paired them up and carried a real threat across the front line. It was unfortunate that wasn't able to be the case today, but as I said to the chaps in there afterwards, don't feel sorry for yourself, put your shoulders back, and Remy's gone in and done exactly that. Would be disappointed to have come out of the side. Came on a sub last week and trained really well this week, but for the addition of Sam, would have played today. But I felt when he got on the pitch and he played in the manner that he did, and he had a terrific game for us. And again, another young man that's learning his trade and understanding what it takes in games, and will be stronger definitely for that experience today.
Sure. I guess he didn't have much time to be nervous about that, did he? But he was thrown in pretty late in the day.
He was, yeah. To have a chat with him before and say, look, you can't have done any more. And as I say, he would have played today had we not taken Sam in. So again, it's a positive attitude that he's shown, and he's just said to me there, when you stick me on, I'll be ready to go in and do a job. And he's clearly capable. And again, as with a lot of our players, with the ball, they can be good. Sometimes they can switch off without the ball, and that can be a little bit of a difficult place for them. But they will progress over a period. And as I've said, that they need to progress, as quickly as possible, and I need to progress. And I'm probably, like I say, mistake I've made is I've relied maybe too heavily on too many younger players there, maybe overpaced them a little bit. But I can see where we need to change and what we need to do about it, and hopefully I can find the players that can come in and make a difference to what we are.
Okay, it feels like perhaps one of those to close. It's one of those games today that you probably could pick over parts of it and feel that we've done better, and no doubt you will look at it in that way as well. But it was more about the end result that was achieved.
Yeah, definitely. And as I said, like I say, it's an expectant club, and I know the results of late have not been where people want them to be, and I understand that better than anybody. And yeah, all I can do is try to evolve things and change things and bring good players to, once they're available to the club. And we all need to take a period of evolving, and it just can take a little bit of time. And I can see fairly clearly, those players that we need to move on, and those that what we need to go into their place, and for us to be, like I say, a more solid side, and like I say, more consistent side, and ideally, like I say, some of those younger players being put into it and coming in off the bench, and learning from that perspective and watching and seeing what's going on there, and that maybe needs to be the case. But listen, I'm delighted with today's attitude and whole better body language and commitment, and it's just like I say, it feels good when you do that, and as you know, I want to feel it a few more times if possible, and we'll be working hard through the week to make that the case.
Kevin, it's really nice to see a smile on your face. Enjoy your victory from today this evening, and we'll speak to you again soon.
Can I just say, I just thank you to the people round and about, like. I know I've been coming for a bit of flack, and rightly so, but some of the people like that, just when you go around at the end, that just acknowledge that situation, and for me, it is much appreciated. It's not always an easy place to be, and I'm not expecting anybody to feel sorry for me for one moment, but just I know we've got a lot of fantastic fans, and I understand their disappointment, and let's hope it's the start of us moving forward. Can't guarantee it, but we'll have a right go.
Kevin, really appreciate that.
Thanks
very much.